Hi guys, my name is John Watson and I am the creator of cutthecords.com blog, which hopefully will have some great tips for you on how to cut the cords. So this is the first video that I'm creating in the series, and it's going to be all about how to install an over-the-air antenna system so that you can pick up all the free over-the-air network cable channels in your area. So where I'm located in Tennessee, all of the channels that I need are in a range of about 30 to 50 miles from where I live. So, and they're all pretty much in the same direction. So the first thing I did was put together a little schematic, which I'll show you right now. This is kind of how I'm going to set up the system. So you can see in the top left corner, you can see the little logo for my antenna. It's going to run into a amplifier made by Winegard. That's going to run into a preamp. That all comes together in one package. The preamp runs to the splitter, and the splitter splits out to 4 different TVs. You also see 2 little plugs there because the preamp and the splitter need to be plugged in to amplify the signal. Also over here in this column, you can see that I have put down the channels that I'm going to receive, and I have what degree, that's not real clear, but what degree that they are at on a compass and whether they're UHF or VHF. So this is my starting point. Okay, I'm back, and what I want to show you is I went to this website called Antenna Point, which is antennapoint.com, and you plug in your zip code and it shows you where all the TV channels are that you need to get over the air. So the bottom kind of right one is where I live, and you can see a blue line kind of drawn out towards where all the TV channels are that I need. So the cluster, you can see a cluster and then 3 little one-off dots out there. So the cluster is the one that has really all the channels that I want. With this map being the top north, the bottom south, the left west, and the right east, you can see it's kind of a northwest direction from where I live is where all the channels I want. So the one up north of Jackson, Tennessee, I don't really need that. The one south in Mississippi, I don't need. The one across the river, I'll be able to pick up that channel too. So anyway, Antenna Point is the name of the website that you get this information from, and you can draw out your little plan. So I'm going to stop it here and go back to the equipment that I purchased. Okay, sorry for I have all my equipment laid out on a bed here in the spare bedroom, but this is what I'm going to need. So for me, one antenna is going to get the job done, and it's a combination UHF VHF antenna. It's called a Clearstream 5. It's got up to a 65-mile-an-hour range, as you can see, and I ordered this from Amazon. In fact, I ordered all this from Amazon except for one part, which I got at Lowe's. So this is going to be the main antenna that I'm going to use, and I'm going to install this antenna in the attic. So when I open up the box, let me do that, you can see what comes in the box. So all the parts that I need to put the antenna together. Here's a mounting clamp that I didn't even realize I was going to get. Some instructions. And this is a splitter. I'm sorry, here's the instructions. And here's the splitter, or combiner, I'm sorry, this is called a combiner. So if I were to need to get one of those one-off TV channels that was to the south or to the north, I could actually put in another antenna. So I could run a 2 antenna system to pick up, the directional signals from, another direction if I needed to. And that's what this does. It takes 2 antennas, combines it into one kind of channel, and then puts it out to the next item in the installation series. So this is the antenna. This is the combiner, which I won't be needing because all my channels are clustered together, all my TV stations. But if you were to need a 2 antenna system. The only thing that would be different was you would use this combiner. So one antenna would run in, the second antenna would run in, and then it would come out as one cable and go on and go to the rest of the installation. So from my plan, you can see the antenna is going to go to this wind guard. Now let me show you the wind guard. This is the next thing. So I ordered this from Amazon. This is what it looks like. This is what comes in the box. You get the actual wind guard amplifier, and it plugs in. And here's the plug, everything that we're going to need. The wind guard and this little preamp tuner, all this together. So that's going to be on my plan, is going to be this. So the antenna runs into that black unit I just showed you, and then out to the little white unit, which is plugged in, and then it's going to go to the splitter. So here's the splitter. I got these all on Amazon. I'll be happy to attach the links on that. So when I open up the splitter, here's what you get. A little piece of coax, which is great. The plug. And there's the splitter itself. So there you go. That's going to be this part. So you can see it's going to run into the splitter. I need to plug in this side to get a power. And then I have these 4 outlets to run to TVs. The last thing in the equipment thing, which is what I got from Lowe's, is an antenna bracket and this pole that I'm going to mount the antenna on when it's all said and done. Okay? So that's the equipment I'm going to use. Again, I'll provide you with all the links necessary to purchase this equipment. And I'm going to pause right here for a second. There's one other thing I want to show you before I start on the installation. Okay, now I'm in the attic. So here's what I want to show you. I am currently a DirecTV customer, so I don't know how clearly you can see, but this cord right here is running in from my satellite dish. Actually, I ditched DirecTV, so that's why I'm doing this whole process in the first place. So this runs over here to DirecTV's splitter, and then you can see there's a cord running up to where the plug is. I don't know how clearly you can see this, but basically I'm going to just use, the house is already wired for DirecTV, so I'm just going to use, I don't even use all of these signals, to be honest with you. This is 2, 4, like seven different TV outlets. I only really need 4, so I'm only going to use 4 of these. And I'm going to kind of use part of my DirecTV system, which actually when I bought the house, this was already installed. So only the cable that's running from the dish to this part is really belongs to DirecTV, and this splitter actually belongs to DirecTV, but all the cables are my cables. Okay? So I'm going to pause it here.